Hey YouTube, it's Jess Allen here in Seattle, and I have just met this lovely girl, Erica, and I was just kind of stopping to meet a few people and ask them a couple questions pertaining to some issues relating to our current world system, the New World Order, and different things that the government is doing that may have impacts on our health in the future, as well as our security. And Erica, basically, first of all, I wanted to ask you if you had heard anything about a couple different things, one of them being called Codex Alimentarius. You might not probably be familiar with that. Well, just to tell you briefly, Codex Alimentarius is a program that the World Health Organization and the United Nations is trying to basically make international agreements to standardize their food code. Okay. And what they call their International World Food Code is Codex Alimentarius. And basically what it does is they want to make vitamins and supplements that we all take, especially those of us that seek more holistic or natural remedies instead of going to big pharma. Codex is basically it's a very bad thing, but unfortunately the World Health Organization feels like they basically want to take vitamins and supplements off the general market and make them something only available to us under prescription. And so it's a very serious issue that we all, unfortunately would have to deal with if they decide to do that. And so, this was just a way for me to kind of bring awareness to people, because a lot of people don't know what they're trying to do with that. But yeah, you can look it up if you go on Google and just put in Codex Alimentarius. That can give you some information about that. The other thing is do you have any opinion on the terror attacks of 9/11, but more specifically the subsequent losses in our civil rights and our constitutional God-given rights? As you probably heard, a lot of our civil rights and personal liberties have started to become eroded. Right. And we find that leaves us with less personal privacy, less personal freedom of movement, as well as our right to protect ourselves, in certain situations. And what I'm referring to with that is the talk of a small arms ban, and all these different things that they say are being used to help us combat terrorism, make us safer. Just real quickly, I have, for one, among those that have the belief that taking away our civil rights actually makes us less safe and less able to safeguard ourselves and protect ourselves and our families. I was just wondering, do you have any opinion on the loss of our civil rights?
Yeah, I definitely think it's frustrating. I think that it's definitely blown kind of out of proportion. I mean, I definitely feel like it's an important issue, but I think Bob's kind of being a regular civilian,
Sure. But
my opinion of it, I don't know. I don't have like a
concrete opinion.
Yeah, I don't really have a concrete opinion. Erica. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It'll just be like a couple, just like a couple more seconds. But you would agree at least that
I think it's ridiculous. I really do think it's ridiculous. I think it's stupid that civil rights, personal rights, privacy, and all that stuff. It's just very invasive. And,
yes, definitely.
I'm definitely not. I'm not really for it. I try not to keep up with the news too much.
Sure.
Due to the fact that it's.
Well, you don't know what you can trust anymore with the mainstream media.
What kind of shit am I hearing?
Sure.
P.S. Like the media too is just so toxic. I think a lot of times for some people, and it gets people just totally like spun out and hyped up about things that might not necessarily be as big of an issue.
Right, or maybe there's some kind of alternative motive that they have.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Well, just subliminal things.
Sure. Oh yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Then we have to deal with that. You know, we don't even know what kind of hidden messages are coming across.
Right.
So basically, just to wrap it up, I mean, so at least you would agree, correct, that we have to, at a certain point, draw a line in the sand, as it were, and say, hey, you know, we have the right to be secure in our persons. We have that privacy as a right, as well as, you know, the right to basically not have our rights taken away. Essentially, to say, hey,
Totally.
you know, hey, there are certain lines that just what being an American means is that, you know, these rights are there to protect us, and that they're there to allow us to pursue life, liberty, and happiness. And
I agree with that 100%.
Great. Okay, well, it's been great talking to you today.
Definitely, thank you.
Great, thank you for